So in my previous video, I discussed how financial planning changed over the last 60 years and how important it is to do financial planning now as a family. In this video, I quickly want to give a high-level overview in terms of what a family can do to start with this financial plan for them as a family. I've got 3 kids. The oldest love reading and thinking, and the second one always gets deep into hobbies, and the third one loves beautiful things. And so I think most other parents can testify that their children are also very different. And the same thing with families when it comes to their financial needs, vision and values that they want to accomplish are always very different from family to family. So as we are different as a family, what we find interesting is that we always plan towards a financial goal. But normally life happens. And life happens in terms of family issues or business problems, or just kind of stuff happens in life sometimes, and very often what we plan towards doesn't realize the way that we want it to. What is important for all of us is really to stay on track, to always come back to that financial goal, to be disciplined and not to lose hope in this process, because we all face kind of different challenges. However, there are 5 themes that when we speak to clients, these themes always come through. And I think it's important that we just kind of go through that quickly. The first one is the vision and values of a family. That really points for us, what is the family after? Where do they want to put their money towards a goal for the long term? The second one is your investment portfolio, to optimize the investment portfolio in order to reach one of those financial goals. The third one really talks around your insurance portfolio, whether it's structured correctly. The fourth theme that comes through in financial planning is really in terms of tax structuring, whether it's efficiently tax structured as a family, if there's a corporation involved or trust, or if it's just employed people, in terms of the products that they have to put in place from a tax perspective. And then the last theme is legacy, to ensure that we preserve the capital for the heirs and for the kids longer term. So even though we have these 5 themes as a family, it may sound complex to put a plan together, but that doesn't have to be the case. What I found by talking to many financial advisors and hundreds of clients, really there are 2 important things to consider. The one is we need to make it simple. It doesn't have to be complex, but the goals need to be simple and clear. And then the second one is we need to make sure that we can track those goals and reach those goals. Otherwise, it will just stay up there and we never feel that we accomplish any goals. So how do we bring these things together? We've designed at the firm what we call the 6 steps to financial wellness. And really it's a triangle of needs that we've defined. And it runs as follows. It has 6 different layers. And we want to make sure that throughout that process, when we do financial planning for clients, and what you can do as a family yourself, is to make sure you go through all of those 6 steps in order to structure your financial goals. The first one right at the bottom is in terms of protecting the family's wealth and income in case of severe illness. The question is always, what are the unintended consequences for us as a family not doing anything if one of the family members contract a major disease? The second one is, how do you protect the family's income, monthly income, in case of short-term or long-term disability? The third one is really talking around protecting the lifestyle of the family in case of death. And again, what are the unintended consequences for us not to do anything around that? Then we will jump into retirement. When is the optimal time for you as a family, either to scale down completely, to go part-time, or still continue to work, but to have that financial freedom to make the decision. What is the value that one needs to have in the investment pot to be able to support that retirement? The fifth layer in that triangle of needs is really around other investment goals. So other than retirement, what are the other investment goals that we as a family want to save towards? So that might either be university fund, holidays, or long-term investment goals that we as a family. The last one is about preserving the legacy. And here we talk around wills and estates, as well as understanding what you as a family need from a tax perspective for legacy, and how does that impact the wealth of the family. So again, in all those 6 steps, we always encourage families just to think clearly about the unintended consequences that may occur if we don't do anything, what those goals are, what the accounts are linked to those goals, and how can we track achieving those goals. Hopefully that will give you a good framework in terms of how do we structure a financial plan, and what we encourage families to do themselves to structure that family plan for themselves. And in the next video we will dive into a lot of detail around how to calculate those goals, what does it mean, what are the likely accounts and policies that we need to have in order to reach those financial goals.